Hello, and welcome back to the Lovejoy Nation podcast for episode 4. If you hear a cat meowing or crying behind me, we'll just pretend that's our Anvil cat mascot joining us today. So don't worry about it. He's fine.
Poor kitty.
So let's talk about what we've been up to since last episode. I know Dave had a birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, another year older, another day at work. That was about it for me. But yeah, not been up to too much. Like I say, had a birthday. I did drop the Lego laundrette that I built. I did want to make a proper video of it, but I ran out of time, so I might do that one day. Make a proper video with characters. Yeah.
It's super cool.
But other than that, I haven't been up to a lot at all this month. No trips to Brighton, sadly. No bumping into Ash.
I know we had a discussion off camera or off pod about your cake. You had your birthday cake.
Yes, I had a Victoria sponge cake covered in hundreds and thousands. And you folks call it sprinkles.
First, I thought you meant like money. Like, wow.
Do you think?
This one had the
Do you think I'd be sat here now?
hundreds and thousands? What is that?
Yeah. And then there's some parts of, I know the states that call it, they refer to them as jimmies. But Angie hadn't heard that and you hadn't heard that. So I'm alone here on that.
We're plain old sprinkles here.
Yeah, so if I said I'm going for a Jimmy.
Oh my.
No. I'm gonna die if this happens again today.
Dude, Dave, I'm sorry. You can't Oh, Dave. He's gotta be cursed like a blue streak. Oh, are we supposed to just keep going? Okay.
I don't know. But he said he
Can't,
was
though.
going for a Jimmy. I don't know what a Jimmy means. Do you? I'm afraid to to speculate.
Well, it seems we've lost Dave. Don't know if he's going to make it back.
Well, everybody say goodbye to Dave, maybe. I don't know if he'll be back. Goodbye, Dave. We hope to see you.
My goodness. Maybe he's going to have some jimmies or something, something like that.
He's off to celebrate his birthday again with some jimmies.
He was about to tell us what that means, and we'll never know. All right.
Well, I guess we'll carry on without him, and maybe he'll pop back in.
Okay. On to our regularly scheduled program here. Well, since we last spoke, my daughter and I went to a book signing not too far from me, and we met a friend of Lovejoy, a familiar name, another YouTube personality, Tommy Innit. It was actually our second time meeting him. Yeah. Went to his show last year, met him and his mom. They're both so sweet. And so it kind of took the edge off of meeting a celebrity because we had met before and had a little chat. So it was really sweet. He was a charming lad, as I like to say. It was a nice crowd. And we even brought him a little Bruce Springsteen related gift because I know he's such a fan. And he seemed to really appreciate it. Gave me a big hug. And we even, we spoke about his book, his comedy aspirations, and Lovejoy. It was a really nice time, a really great discussion. We got photos. And I'm really glad we went. And now we have his book. So I have to check out his book, Tommy Innit's Guide to Survival. So that was fun.
I can't believe you've got to meet him not only once, but twice. That's amazing. But you know what? How can you not like Tommy? I've always liked Tommy. He's just he seems like such a genuine guy. And of course, I love Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
And what a great opportunity for you. It must have been really exciting to be able to, sit and have a quick conversation with him and just, be up close and personal. And
yeah. I'd like to thank the girls that were a little too shy and nervous about being in the front of the line that offered my daughter and I to take that spot because I felt like we could get that little extra bit of time and then get us out of the way, and then he could do the rest of the meet and greets, and signings. So, shout out to those girls, whoever you are,
Oh.
for that opportunity as well.
So was he on his comedy game? Was he cracking jokes left and right, or was he, or was he?
He was just super smiley, charming. The owner of the bookshop was like, "All right, we're gonna pass it off to Tommy to start us off." And he's like, "I got nothing. Let's just have some fun. Let's sign some books, right? Take some
Oh,
pictures." And his friend Aaron was taking pictures as well. He was there with the camera. I didn't realize who he was until my daughter pointed him out, and then I found out later Koi Pizzo was upstairs at the bookstore too,
okay,
but we didn't see him.
okay, cool. So he must have been doing a show in the area.
Yeah, New York City that night.
Okay, nice. Well, good. I hope his tour's going really well, and I wish him well. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's been, he's had such a long career at such a young age. It's amazing. So happy for him pursuing what
That's
he's after is more power to him.
that's great. Well, I have also had a Lovejoy adjacent run in here. Pebble and I and our friend Alex, thank you for being my adopted child for a
Aw.
couple of days. We had so much fun. We went to Chicago the middle of April and went to see the James Marriott show. It was his first time here, across the pond, and it was super exciting just to be part of that. And I have to tell you, we stayed the night before, and so we booked a room at the hotel across the street. And I was like, there is no way a band is going to stay right across the street from the venue they're playing at, right? I mean,
Right.
everybody's going to see them go in and out, and they're going to figure it out, and it's going to be
Mhm.
chaos. Well, the girls and I had just rolled our luggage into this little tiny miniature lobby, and we run smack dab into this group of, men that all had British accents, and the lobby was just piled with these cases that said, James Marriott all over them. So
You must have been looking at each other like, "Oh my god, is this happening? Is this real life?"
it was hilarious. The girls were like, "Oh my gosh." And I mean, I just kind of looked at the guys and said, "Well, I guess we'll be seeing you tomorrow night." And the crazy thing is, we got our, we got our room keys, went upstairs, lugged our stuff, and the rooms right next to us, lo and behold, there were James and the band unloading their things in the rooms right next to ours. So not only were we at the same hotel, but we were next door neighbor.
That is like a dream. That's like a fantasy that you imagine but doesn't actually happen.
It was so funny. I almost felt bad because we kept running into them everywhere, on the street, outside the hotel, in the lobby. I mean, at one point I was actually like, "Guys, I promise we are not stalking you." But they were really cool. We talked to them quite a bit. One of one of the guys, he had been to Chicago before, so he was telling us about his experiences there. And he has a very thick British accent. So he said, "Yeah, last time I was in Chicago, we went to this dive bar." And I thought he said drive by. And I'm like, "Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
you were
god.
in a drive by the last time you were in Chicago? That must have been so scary. I'm so sorry." And he looks at me, he goes, "No, a dive bar." I was like,
Well, thank goodness.
yeah, so I'm glad that I was wrong.
Lost in translation.
Yeah, but they were so sweet. And then the next morning, we ran into James on the sidewalk, and he was so nice, so gracious. He had been
Aw.
out the night before, apparently getting a tattoo of his cat, which was
Oh, right.
adorable. So we saw that,
And
and
isn't he, like, giant tall? Like, crazy tall?
the dude is huge. He is like, yeah, he's like tree tall. I mean, he's got to be 6'4",
Well
6'5"
over 6
easily.
feet, yeah.
Yeah, but so sweet.
Oh,
And a couple hours before doors opened, this really impressed me a lot. He came out of the venue and told everybody in line, he's like, "I'm really sorry. We have to get to Toronto tonight. So we won't be able to stick around after the show and, talk, sign autographs." He's like, "So I'm coming out right now." And he went down that whole line. It took him at
oh,
least a couple hours. He talked to every single person. Pictures, autographs, the whole thing. And I was floored. You don't see artists do something
no.
like that. You can tell that he really appreciated the people that were there.
That's
And
so
for him,
sweet.
yeah, I was blown away. So, what a nice gesture. And lo and behold, we come back and we find out that he's coming back to Chicago in September. So, we'll be back there. But yeah,
I
what
bet
a
he'll have a lot of repeat customers, or
yes.
audience members after that
Yeah,
experience.
what a great time. And I have to be honest, I underestimated his talents. He's a fantastic singer and a really good frontman. So I'm looking forward to seeing him again. But yeah, great experience. And of course, as most people know, he is a friend of Lovejoy. And I know they've worked on a few things together. And he's also opened for Lovejoy quite a few times. So there's the Lovejoy adjacent connection right there. So
Yes.
yeah, you and I both had some exciting encounters, it seems, since the last time.
It's crazy because, well, I guess you knew about your concert. I didn't really know about the Tommy Innit thing, I don't think, at the time. So you just never know. You think it's going to be a boring catch up for the next episode, and then some pretty cool things happen in
Yeah.
between.
Yeah. So let's see
Oh,
if we can top
Dave.
that next
We'll have
time. I don't know.
to Dave will
Dave,
have to hear all this later on and find it out.
poor Dave. Yeah, he's still not back. We'll have to fill him
But
in.
we'll have to keep calm and carry on, as they say in jolly old England. So, on today's episode, we will just be discussing band news. We actually have a lot of news to cover, a lot of ground to cover this episode.
It's a busy one. Again, it always is. Even when we think it's not going to be busy, by the time we get to recording, it's busy.
A lot happens in a month. So, we also have
We we will be discussing Ash's cryptic photo drops on Reddit.
and the Foxholes versus Wasted Summer battle. We make our picks, and so did the audience.
I'm really interested to see what those results are. Haven't seen them yet.
Now it's time for Lovejoy band news. I think, Angie, you're going to cover Mark's Reddit post.
Yeah, so Mark posted a Reddit post here about a week ago. A screenshot of a demo of a banger. Maybe you'll get to hear eventually one day soon or something. And what
The
the
dreaded
image
word
is
soon. Sorry.
soon. Mark, no, don't say that word soon. We don't like that word. He posted this crazy image. I don't know how to describe it other than it looks like some sort of funky, like digital mixing board or something. And I think he said it was on his Mac computer. A lot of really interesting things on here. One of the things, and I think Dave actually noticed this, and we were talking about this off record, is that there's a little section in here that's titled African Rain. And we've got some tambourine. And we were thinking, and actually, again, Dave brought this up, that maybe that African rain, water, maybe that has something to do with one of the cryptic photos that we'll be talking about in a little bit.
Oh, I see.
More
Okay.
specifically, the baptism photo. So, water. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure it'll be a great song.
Yeah, it
I
has to be, right?
Of course. I mean, yeah, there's some
Well,
tambourine in there. I
well,
don't know.
isn't
I
there
don't.
rain in the Anvil Cat Studio 4, the acoustic songs? They had rain playing in the background.
Is there? I don't
To
know.
me,
There
it
might
sounded
be.
like rain behind Tomorrow and like, yeah, there's like a rain sound. Go
Okay.
listen. I
Maybe.
don't know if it's
Maybe.
African rain, maybe it's New York City rain or London rain, but
Right. Right. Yeah. I don't know. So that'll be interesting. There's so many different parts in here. My gosh, I don't know how they keep this all straight, but yeah. So a
and
little
that's what takes so
speculation.
long, right? That's why soon isn't as soon as we want, because this takes time to make it perfect.
Absolutely. And when you look at this, I mean, it kind of it kind of boggles your mind. So they're definitely working hard, but
Yeah.
it's always fun. Mark's good at dropping crumbs. So thank you, Mark, for dropping this little crumb. Give us something to talk about while we're waiting.
I appreciate that. Also, since we last spoke, Will dropped a third cover, surprise cover of the song Third Planet by Modest Mouse, which I had grown to love and is on my liked songs playlist on Spotify because Wilbur had it on his season 13 playlist on Spotify.
Ah,
So
that's right.
anytime he puts new music out, I give a listen and wind up adding probably half the songs to my own list. And this was one of them. And his version, my goodness, I had it on loop for like an entire day, I think.
It's absolutely beautiful. It really is. And I love how the setting is in the same place where he had done his ARG a few years back.
Or the ARG.
Oh, is it ARG?
I think my daughter corrects me and says it's ARG, but
I don't know,
I
people.
like
Let
saying
us know.
ARG.
I'm old. I don't know. I'm not hip with the kids, so so that was kind of neat. But you know
Yeah, a lot of
what?
people picked up on that. They said it's
They
the same
did.
room that was filmed in, and I believe it's like a solving puzzles sort of online, I don't know, interactive game sort of a thing. Someone help us. But
Fill us in.
it sounds like an
Inform the old
escape room
people.
online, right? Sort of that sort of thing, like a puzzle
It kind
and
of does.
clues and mysteries and things of that nature. But yeah, that it like I think that's a really neat Easter egg that brings people back, nostalgic and like special. You know, it felt special to people to see him in that room again. And of course, he's wearing the fuzzy rainbow jacket, which the more I see it, the more I want one for myself. But of course, they're all sold out.
Well, first of all, I was like, it survived. It came back from the dead or it
Yes,
was repaired. So, I mean, I'm happy for you, Will. It does look very cozy.
it
And he
does.
used that phone microphone again, which is so cool.
Oh, and the other thing that someone pointed out about speaking of cozy, because you would want to be cozy, because if you noticed you could see his breath, or they added the
Yeah.
effect after of his breath as he was singing. And someone else pointed out that was something that was in the ARG as well.
Yeah. Wasn't there some line about like, I'm so cold? Something like that. People are going to listen to us and be like, oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, I know. We're sorry. We're
I know
sorry.
we're giving away our advanced years,
Our big,
advanced
big
age,
ages.
but we learned from you, you learned from us, right? Come on, give and
That's
take.
how it works.
And
That's how it works.
yeah, so he needed that cozy jacket if it was really that cold while he was in there. I like how he described the room. Didn't he say like a room in need of repair or something?
Yes. Yes. And
No.
he looked like he was having a lot of fun with that cover. So that's always nice to see.
I think we can move on to probably the biggest news. I'm going to let Angie say this one.
You
Start us off.
guys, this is freaking amazing. On April 29th, Lovejoy dropped da 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 a movie. Who would have ever thought? I hope the boys are working on their Oscar speeches because this is so
Oh
entertaining,
my gosh.
so much fun. Pebble and I were watching this, and about a quarter of the way through, she's like, my face hurts from smiling so much. I'm like, dude, I agree.
That is so real. Because I said
Adorable.
to you, I said, I think I was smiling from ear to ear the entire time.
It's so great. I mean, it's an hour long. It sounds
And
like
it's
there's a
part
part two.
one.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm wondering when part two is going to drop. But you know what, guys? If you have friends that aren't really in the know about Lovejoy and you think they might be interested, have them watch this. There's no
Mm-hmm.
way you cannot come away loving them after watching this. So just saying, it's amazing. And I know we'll talk about this actually a lot more later in the show, but what a fun surprise.
Mm-hmm. And we had other big news that just came out today. Actually, was there was an announcement made that Lovejoy will be playing a festival in the Czech Republic called Rock for People. And their same day is with Linkin Park and Guns N' Roses, I believe. The Saturday of the festival.
That's so amazing. I'm really hyped to see another festival date or any kind of date. I mean, even though clearly I'm not going to the Czech Republic, but I think it increases the possibility that we'll see some other dates maybe on the calendar this summer and just the opportunity for them. Wow.
I think so too. And then we actually have there are fans all over the world. We even know some of our listeners are in all sorts of countries all over the world, including the Czech Republic. So I'm so happy for them because, so many have been like, I'd love for them to come here, but they'll never come here. And hello. This is big news today.
Yeah. Very
Happy for
exciting.
them.
I am
And
too.
I'm happy for them to get to explore and visit a new country. I always think of that too, especially now after we've seen this film they made. They surely loved visiting new places.
Maybe we'll get a new movie out of this.
Bum, bum, bum.
Or at least a vlog at the,
Yeah.
at the least. But yeah, big news. Super exciting. I am stoked for the band. I'm stoked for the fans that live there. So good stuff.
Dave was going to help, kick off the Ashes cryptic photos portion of the show, but I guess it's up to us, Angie. We'll have to do it ourselves.
This is scary. We are at the wheel, guys. Watch out.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, the two of us, and we share a brain, so you're really in
We
trouble.
do. We share a brain. And without Dave here to keep us in check, oof. I don't know. It could get a little unhinged. We'll see. Sorry, Dave.
Let me see if I can share the pictures so we can talk about the pictures, Ash's cryptic pictures, whilst we are chatting.
I swear that guy, he just loves to sneak in and drop something little and then kind of tiptoe away, and he probably has a good chuckle watching us all scramble to try and figure out what it means.
It's keeping him entertained while we're waiting for the coming soon.
The coming soons. That did come to pass, didn't it? Remember Will's post on Reddit from a while ago? You'll have a big smile in the coming soons. Well, I guess
we smile.
Did. Thank you, Will, for the big smile in the coming soons.
All right. So the first picture we're going to take a peek at was a Lovejoy subreddit post where someone asked, wait, which song is this? Can you remind me, Angie, what that was about?
Yeah, it was a Reddit post. There was a graph that went along with it. The graph was something like the song is great and like how well the song did or something.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, without the image, their image, it's taking me a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, what song is this for you? Like, what Lovejoy song is this for you? The song that's like super great, but maybe wasn't the biggest hit for a band?
Yes.
That's sort of the gist, right? So they said, what Lovejoy song is that for you? They were asking the fans, and Ash chimed in with a photo of 2 blank tombstones. One can only surmise what that means.
What do you think, Lesley?
Portrait of a blank slate, although it's 2 blank slates, but we'll give him a pass on that.
Okay. We forgive you, Ash. Yes. Ash, my dude, I agree with you so much. That song should have got way more love. It's a absolute tragedy. But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty clear what that means.
And the fans love it. And seeing it live, seeing Will do the hand motions, like sort of act out the words to the song, that's my favorite.
I love it too. Although I always get the picture thing wrong. When he goes, we can make such a pretty picture. I'm always never get my fingers quite right.
Yeah, you like reverse it. And then pull them apart. Yeah. I've seen him mess that up. So I think you get a pass on that. I've seen him, get tripped up on that himself. I mean, he's got to play the guitar. He's got to sing the songs. He's got to remember the hand motions and have a bunch of screaming maniacs at him at the same time, and lights.
It's crazy. I don't know how he does it because I couldn't walk and chew gum at the same time. So big up, Will.
Yeah. Next up, Someone asked, "Send me your favorite Lovejoy pictures," and Ash had to respond with a photo of his own. Would you care to describe this one?
It is a pair of what appears to be disembodied hands that are painted gold. It's kind of creeping me out. There's just like hands laying there.
Like they're made of clay and then painted gold
Yeah.
or something, right? And they're
Yes.
stubby, a little stubby.
Yes, they are definitely. I mean, my first thought was, well, duh, he's referring to Will Gold, but those are definitely not Will Gold's hands. And
Right.
for number one, they're not connected to anybody. So, I mean, I don't know. What do you think,
I
Leslie?
guess he just likes that picture. I don't know. I agree. I think it's like Will Gold, gold hands. His hands are gold. Someone's hands are gold. Maybe they're Mark's hands. Maybe his hands are gold because he's the drummer. I don't know.
Ooh, he's got the
There's so many
Midas
ways to
touch.
interpret it. Because they're not to scale to Will's hands for sure.
No, no,
But gets us talking and thinking.
yep. Thanks for taking up my 1.5 brain cell, Ash. Oh, that's right. You and I share a brain. So thanks for taking up our 1.5 brain cell, Ash.
Really. With an image that we can't seem to get out of our mind. We might have nightmares about it now that we're looking at it too long.
That's a little creepy.
The next one up, someone said, "Need Lovejoy related art ideas." I'm sure once Ash saw the word art, he's like, "I'm on it. I'm going to put some, I got to respond."
Well, he is an art teacher, right? I mean,
He's an art
resources for
teacher, he's
teaching.
an artsy guy. Yeah.
He's very talented, artsy guy.
So this photo was like a stock photo of a man at a pay kiosk. It's outdoors, but it's like what you'd find at a parking garage to pay for your spot. Almost like a old telephone booth looking thing, but no, it's clearly a place where you'd stick your credit card in, push buttons, and get a receipt. I don't know how that's related to Lovejoy.
I think out of all of them, this is the one that has me stumped the most. It doesn't, I don't know. Leslie, actually, I think you and I were talking offline and you had a good theory on this, right? In the Call Me What You Like song, that maybe it's related to that.
I was thinking like rows and rows of very tempting parking spaces.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
It's for a new song that we don't know yet, and they're going to talk about, pay the meter or something, or meter maids, like there's like a Beatles song, "Lovely Rita Meter Maid."
Remember when they got the parking ticket on their bus? And I don't remember what show it was.
Oh, although yeah, I was gonna say maybe it's that, but no, I guess they'd probably have a meter maid for the picture or something.
Yeah. Sorry, that was
on the nose.
that was just a random intrusive thought that popped in my head.
We love those here. They're welcome anytime.
Thanks.
Let's see. Oh, this one really had me stumped, but I heard some good theories on this. Do you want to describe this one?
Yeah, it is a picture of the letters of the alphabet, but it ends at T.
Yeah, they're colorful and it looks like a kid's puzzle.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a kid's, maybe that's what it is. And it was in response to a post that said, "Will we be getting another single off the album, and do we know how many tracks it'll have?" There was a lot of people speculating on this one.
Now, there's 18 letters there. That would be a lot for an album.
That would be like a double album. I will say, I had sort of an epiphany here that I need to share because it's kind of wild. Remember the resources for teaching set lists that had the word search and the other the worksheets and stuff?
Yes.
Pebble and I were doing the word search one night and we came across the word alphabet in there. Now, there's no way that alphabet just randomly appears in a word search by luck. And clearly somebody put that in there for a reason. So I don't know what it means still, but clearly alphabet is tied to the new album somehow. Because I'd also seen set lists that other people had gotten, and the guys would circle random things in the word search that didn't make any sense
at the time.
Yeah, at the time. And I mean, they were not playing by the rules. They'd go like up and down and backwards and across and all kinds of other crazy stuff. And there were some other things in there that people found that kind of made me go, well, maybe, but so I don't
Alphabet,
know
yeah,
what.
that's no
Yeah,
accident.
no,
But you also got me thinking, even though just because I'm staring at this thing right now, is that the word alphabet can be spelled with the letters that are there. I know that's like really reaching, but
I don't think anything is too much of a reach here, to be honest.
like the letters that are not on this picture don't spell
Mm,
alphabet, but you can spell the word
you're
alphabet with the
right.
letters that are here.
You're right. So, like, what are they doing? Are they getting,
Alphabet.
are they doing a cover of like that
The
alphabet
ABC
song?
song.
Yeah, maybe.
Easy as 1, 2, 3. That could be another one.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Lovejoy covers the
Cover
Jackson
that,
5.
please. Yes, we need that in our life.
Yeah,
All
I don't
right.
know. Something's going on there.
It's fun to guess.
It sure is.
It keeps us busy. They know what they're doing.
Oh, they know what they're doing. You're
So
right.
this next one is someone posted, does anyone have that one Lovejoy song that they need in their veins? And Ash posted a picture of, I'd say, circling sharks. It's a photograph from below looking up, so you see the sunlight coming through the water, and it's a lot of sharks. And I think it's like what the pilot fish, with the little fish that follow them around.
Yeah.
But I
It,
guess it's primarily about the sharks for this picture, is what you're meant to be looking at, I'd imagine.
it looks like the sharks are circling around something, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, Pebble said maybe it's a song called Shark Holes instead of Foxholes. I'm like, well, yeah, sure, maybe. Or maybe it's a baby shark cover. Well, hopefully it's not that.
Oh,
But I kind of
I
feel
like
like it's a
yeah.
metaphor for something. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think so too. Like being in the Shark Tank. A lot of the songs, as we know,
Mm-hmm.
have some deep meaning and like heavy, like dark side to them. And I know, so like I could just imagine, yeah, in the Shark Tank or the frenzy, or like maybe the guitars sort of are frenzy in the song, and frenetic. um,
Ooh, kind of like a normal people thinks that would be fire.
yeah, like a nice heavy song, like with sharks is a metaphor in some way.
Please, that would be awesome. Yeah, I mean, I just look at this picture and it gives me mild anxiety to think about being in that water.
Taking that picture, must have been scary.
Yeah, right? But, imagine being in shark infested water just waiting for one to come and, you know,
Mm-hmm.
attack you. So it definitely evokes a feeling. And, it might be one of those songs like Portrait of a Blank Slate where the song title isn't directly tied to the lyrics. I don't know. But,
True.
um, yeah, definitely.
But it definitely feels very Lovejoy to me.
It does.
It's
It,
for whatever
it
reason.
does. It does. And will we see a shark for the new mascot?
Perhaps. Next up, Angie, you know more about this image than I do. And maybe you remember why this was posted, because I'm drawing a blank.
Yes, there was somebody had posted a meme. They were talking about the whole idea basically of Ash posting these weird pictures, and then the Love Enjoyers try to figure out if it's an album reference. So of course Ash has to reply to that, and he replies with this screenshot from an anime movie. It's a woman lying in what looks like a bed of flowers, or on the ground with a bunch of flowers around her. It is actually from a 1997 Japanese anime called Perfect Blue. It's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did a little research. It's kind of a creepy plot here. It's about a pop idol that retires, but then an obsessive fan starts stalking her, and eventually she starts to wonder what's reality and what's fantasy. Things get kind of twisted, and somebody ends up, losing their life, and it's just a very sort of
Dark?
dark, yeah, dark, creepy, twisted. But I have to be honest, it sounds really interesting.
It
And
does.
I actually have been wanting to watch it since seeing this, and I
Mm-hmm.
haven't been able to yet. But I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I'm like staring closely at the screen and away from my mic, apparently. And
Hmm?
I'm noticing, if you look carefully, there's a teddy bear, there's a bunny stuffed
Oh,
animal, it looks like, and a telephone, like the old telephone he sings on.
oh, that's wild. You know what? I didn't even notice that. Let me
So
pull that
there's
up a
like
little bit.
plants, but there's also
Oh,
like rubbish, as Dave might say.
rubbish.
Random items.
Speaking of Dave, Dave's gone.
I
Goodbye,
keep waiting for his
Dave.
face to pop up on the screen, but it
I don't think
hasn't
he's
happened. I'm
coming
sorry,
back.
Dave. The show must go on.
Yes. That's a you know what, Leslie? I didn't notice that before. Good catch. So, I don't know. I just blue is my favorite color. So, anything to do with the color blue here, maybe it's a reference to that. Maybe if it's, again, a little deeper than that and it's a
Mhm.
reference to the meaning behind the movie, but and it almost reminds me a little bit. Do you remember when they had that half circle on
Oh, the
stage?
Yovazol's projections
Yeah.
along the back.
Yes. Yes. It reminds me a little bit of the ambiance in the old perfume visuals for that.
Okay.
But, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Like you said, it gives us something to think about.
Keeps
That's for
us
sure.
occupied.
Yeah.
And this last one, now please, again, remind me what this was about, if you
No,
recall.
yeah, I sure can. It was a post on Reddit saying, "What was the last Lovejoy song you listened to?" And this was Ash's response.
Oh, okay. So it's a photograph of three men in a body of water, like a murky lake or a river or something, and it looks like they've just lifted the middleman out of the water, like he was just baptized. They're all wearing white. I spoke about this with Dave off pod, and I'm trying to remember. He didn't he know that what this was from? I
Yeah,
think he
it's
knew what it was
it's the
from.
Jordan River. It's the
Okay.
Jordan River, and it's actually not a stock photo. It's an actual picture of sailors and Marines that were
Oh,
baptizing each other in the Jordan River.
okay.
Yeah. So, it makes me wonder. Obviously, we've got Foxholes, which has religious overtones. Does it
Mhm.
tie into that somehow?
Maybe. Yeah.
And then going back to Mark's Reddit post where we talked about the African rain
Right.
sound or whatever that is being in there, does that tie into? Do all three of those tie together?
Right, and the
And
whole
then,
thing that there are no atheists in the foxholes is a
mm-hmm,
military saying. It makes sense that these are Marines, and yeah,
that's
I like
right.
that.
That's right. Carving the trees. We used to carve the same tree.
Uh-huh.
That's another that's military related, isn't it? You have to refresh my memory. Do you remember what that was?
See, I think of it like when you carve like your initials in a heart on a tree, but maybe it has to do with maybe it was like a soldier thing to do as well.
That was
Dave, where are you with that knowledge?
Dave. We yeah, we need you here, Dave. As
We're
I think
lost.
Dave had brought that up. I think Dave had brought that up.
I
But I
think
think
you're right.
yeah. And will religious imagery be a theme throughout the album? I'm kind of wondering because Will's mentioned in past interviews that he envisions a full-length album to tell a story. So
Mhm.
will there be this common thread woven throughout?
It's very possible.
Yeah.
Say, well, that covers Ash's cryptic Reddit posts for now. I'm sure tomorrow there'll be another one. It'll have to be on the next episode.
Come on, Ash. Give us something else to talk
Yep,
about.
yep. All right, now we are on to let's go to Foxhole's Wasted Summer.
Okay.
I know Dave's vote because he texted it to me while we were recording. I know that I know my vote.
And I know that I have a very hard time with this. And you know what? All right, let's just do it.
All right, mine's Foxholes. Dave's Wasted Summer. Are you going to be the tiebreaker here?
You know what? It depends on the day. You know what? I'm going to go with here. You know what? I'm feeling foxholes today. I am
Okay.
feeling foxholes. I have thought so much about this. It's not even funny. like to the point where I'm like, how did I get here at this point in my life where I'm sitting here?
Agonizing over I mean,
Yes,
it's not
yes,
picking between your
yes,
children.
yes, yes. And somebody actually had a post about this on Reddit not that long ago. Which
I
one was
know,
your
and I'm like,
favorite?
"Hey, how'd you
Yeah,
guys know?"
I know. Whoever did that, you're I don't know. You're
Maybe it was, like,
psychic.
subconsciously they were thinking about what was gonna be on our next episode because we did tease it at the end of the last one.
Oh, that's right, we did. But yeah, uh, you know, Wasted Summer, and I love Wasted Summer too. The bass line is freaking amazing.
Mhm. It's cool. I mean, it's a totally different sound. It's like a reggae sound.
Yeah,
And when you first heard it, it was like, "What is this?" And it's just, like, heavy, gritty, like, the lyrics are tense. Yeah.
gritty. That's funny because when I was thinking about this, I had jotted down a few notes, and that's one of the words I put down was gritty.
Of course you did.
Yeah, brain. We're sharing a brain. Of course I did. The other part I love in that song is the end where Will's like, what's funny?
Yeah.
And then it just ends. I'm like, no, what's funny? You didn't tell us.
They love to leave us hanging in every
Yeah.
way that they can. That
Oh,
is
but
actually really real.
it's, you know what? Yes. I think they do it on purpose. They like to laugh at us.
Yeah, it tickles them for sure.
Yeah. And I guess since we're on Wasted Summer, talking about the imagery,
Mhm.
I do really love some of the imagery here. I find my peace in sucking exhaust.
Yeah, that's where the gritty comes in, man. That's heavy stuff. It's oh my god, his lyrics just the visuals, you picture I like, as soon as you said it, I picture someone's lips wrapped around an exhaust pipe. It's horrible, but
Right.
that's what you see.
And if that's how you find your peace, I mean, oh, and then you get that whole sort of prison imagery with, wanna be my cellmate. And
That's right.
what else do they have? The matching bracelets.
The key mold the mold for the keys, he said he would prioritize making matching bracelets before making the mold for the key to stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it almost feels like in these lyrics there's like some inner like turmoil, like they're unsure about something. It's like you push on one side and a pull on the other side. But
Mhm. Oh, and we were saying, I think, that we thought it was a little bit like "Call Me What You like we both taste confused. Wasn't this where we
yes,
were talking about that?
yes.
You're not sure what the other one wants, if you want to be do you wanna be together or not? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
there's so much to interpret.
you're spot on there, Leslie. Like it's almost like you don't even know what you want,
Right.
which
Yeah,
is
as opposed to it's a darker, deeper version of that, you know?
it really is.
We're confused, don't know what we want, do we wanna have this relationship? But this is like, you don't even know what you want. You don't know what you want. Yeah, this is I love it. I do love it, and I did
I do too.
appreciate the new sound as compared to it's like a totally new sound for them.
And it's fantastic live, of course.
Oh, yeah. The crowd just goes insane. Any new song, but this song is yeah, the crowd was just out of their minds, knew all the words already.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially, I mean, we kind of got this one dropped on us by surprise when they were overdoing Summer Sonic. All of a sudden, people are like, "Whoa, there's a new song that's being played." And so everybody, just totally like crashed out and went crazy.
Yeah, and it was just gratifying, like there was such a long break and just seeing them out there playing their usual songs, their familiar songs that we all love, but then to pull that out of their pocket,
Yeah.
it was just like, "Yes, we are back. We are doing this, man. This is happening. This is exciting."
It was
Like,
very encouraging and exciting, like you said, and it makes you feel really great about what's to come because I'm
hopeful.
hoping it's on the album. I mean, if it's not on the album, I will be very unhappy. But,
I think a lot of
if
people will.
yeah.
Well, because we like you've always said, you wanna hear the studio version, how it's meant to be heard.
Yeah. Yes, I mean, I love hearing songs live, and I feel like this is like flip-flop for a lot of other people. A lot of people like really wanna hear the song live, but I wanna hear the studio version. I've heard the live version. It's amazing. I wanna hear the studio version. I wanna hear the way that, you know, I that they envisioned it in their head as sounding because, you can't obviously replicate a studio sound on stage. I'm I'm really curious, and I kind of feel like the chorus in Wasted Summer could have a bunch of layered guitars. Again, going back to Call Me What You Like, kind of similar to that. So,
Mhm.
real interested to hear the studio version. But shall we shall we wax poetic about the one that you and I both picked?
All right. Yeah, Foxholes. If you haven't seen the show, if you haven't seen this performed live, I hope you maybe have seen videos that have been posted from the shows with Yovazal's amazing visuals. It looks sort of like a church backdrop, like church windows. I just feel like the feeling
Mm.
the images evoke alongside the lyrics. There are no atheists in the foxholes. I didn't know all the words. I wasn't like a lot of the other fans in the crowd where they were already singing along knowing the words. I knew like the chorus. And so every time the chorus came up, I was just jumping up and down, screaming like a Looney Tune. Like I probably look like I'm mumbling the rest of the lyrics, just bouncing around. But when it gets to that chorus, man,
You know what
I
though,
am there
Leslie?
for it.
That's what it's about, being there in the moment and just going with it. But yeah, oh my gosh, Misha, his visuals are out of this world. And the way he makes them tie into each song is just really fascinating.
It's a talent. It's like such a talent that I didn't know it was like it was an art form that I didn't really even know existed until seeing what he does. And I
Yeah.
appreciate it. It adds so much to the experience.
I love his stuff on social media. If you don't follow Yovizol on social media, you really should because he always posts these really great clips of visuals that he's working on, whether it's for other bands or something else entirely, but they're so cool. And it's
Mhm.
really worth giving him a follow. I know he posts them on YouTube and Instagram too. So, yeah, he's a genius.
Yeah, he even does like sort of tutorials or walks you through how he does what he does.
Oh, he does? I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
And they're long. They're like a couple hours.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
That's very yeah, it's really cool.
That's cool. Oh, but yes. Oh, that guitar solo in Foxholes. Can we talk about Joe's guitar solo in Foxholes? It is smoking, and I can't wait to hear that in the studio too, just to hear that crisp, clean version of it. And I'm really hoping, although they probably won't, that they have the Joe Goldsmith
I
in
think
there.
oh, you think it'll just be like a live thing and maybe not like a studio thing?
I want it to be
Possibly.
a studio thing. So, guys, if you're listening and you haven't
We
recorded
want it
that
to be a
song yet,
studio thing.
like, hear our prayer. We want you to say, Joe
Prayer.
Goldsmith. Darn it. I've fallen into the trap.
You're converted. Is that what it means?
Yeah. Yeah. And then I love the outro too for that song. And you know what? I think you and I were talking the other day, and you had a super interesting theory about the outro for Foxholes.
It's just a theory, but have any of you now? If you haven't seen this, go to my TikTok, go to Lovejoy Nation, LVJY Nation. There's a little plug for you. There's a chant that Will had the audience scream out at a concert. I could be wrong, but for some reason I have in my head that it was like a Halloween show they did. I could be wrong.
That's what I
But
was thinking
anyway,
too.
yeah, okay. And he said, I'm going to record you guys saying this chant to use on a future song. And it went in sickness, in health, you're boring yourself. And the crowd just did it over and over and over again. He held out his phone. Oh, it was just like, I know I keep doing that. And it's probably annoying to some people, but I just love that. I don't want to say it again, but it's fun to watch. It's fun to like chant, scream along with it. Now, foxholes, it sounds very similar to that sound. The fire, get away, get out of your head. It's gonna kill. I'm saying, I'm butchering the lyrics. if you listen to the end of Foxholes and you watch that chant, I think you'll hear a similar sound. And it's possible, I think, either A, he replaced the chant at the end of the song because he changed his mind on it, or in the studio recording, he may incorporate it at the end of Foxholes, assuming the recording came out okay. Or he'll have it like, he's very good, or his producers are very good, I'm not sure who it is, at manipulating sound and voices and things in the backgrounds of songs. Like, he's a wizard at that. Like A Million Sign Reflex, there's so much of that.
Yes.
Backwards and forwards and twisted around and stretching things, and he'll make it work. But it definitely has a very same sound and feel, and maybe that's why I instantly was gravitated towards Foxholes for that reason. But like subliminally, because I didn't make the connection right away.
And
so again, look up Wilbur's chant. Wilbur has the crowd chant at a concert for upcoming song. You want to search that up.
And when you told me about that, I was like, because I never even thought about that, but you're right. I replayed the end of that song, and that chant could totally fit at the end of that song. So maybe we'll see, like you said, maybe we'll see it come back.
This is where I really wish we had permission from Lovejoy, and maybe we will someday in the future, to play little snippets of songs. Because here we are talking about music for hours on end.
Yes.
And there's all kinds of copyright issues. If I could play just that little snippet of Foxholes, the little snippet of the chant, it would make this experience a lot richer. But for now, you're going to have to get to work. Yeah. Do some of that yourself.
It really
and let us
would.
know what you think.
Yes, right? Absolutely. Let us know what you think. And I mean, it would be great if we could play it. I mean, I could sing it, but you don't want to hear me sing it.
I know. And just reading it on the page, I'm like forgetting which part goes where. But I guess I need to listen to it like another 50 more times in a row than I already did. Because clearly that would help. I'll gladly do that for the show. For the sake of the show, I will do that.
I listened to these two songs so much that Pebble was getting sick of it. She's like, Mom, can you just stop playing those? Like, no, this is research. This is scientific research. Yeah, it's my homework.
So I went for a walk and I just flipped back and forth on my phone. And it's really annoying that it's on YouTube. So I had to keep pulling out my phone and switching to the other one.
I know.
I didn't just want to listen to the same one over and over. I wanted to keep comparing them together.
That's what I did too, back and forth. Same. And I have to say, these frickin' Foxhole lyrics, in the first few videos that had came out on YouTube where they had the lyrics scrolling across the bottom, of course, we didn't know what the lyrics were, and it's not always easy to pick out exactly what the words are. So the videos that I had seen had on the bottom, there's a temperature in his nose.
Oh, right.
During that first part. And I was like, there's a temperature in his nose. What the heck is that? I went and Googled temperature in nose to see if maybe this is a weird thing that I don't know about. Is it a British thing? I don't know.
When in doubt, ask if it's a British thing.
Right. Maybe it's hundreds and thousands. I don't know. So I posted it on the Reddit. I'm like, guys, is this really temperature in his nose? And Ash, of all people, just replies, he puts asterisk intentions up his nose. I'm like, oh, thank you, Ash. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, because I think there's sources online that have the wrong lyrics. Yeah, so it's not just you.
And then I felt like a total Momo, as you like to say, Momo, when I saw that. I was like, oh my God, he thinks I'm an idiot. But I didn't know.
You're a wanker.
Yeah. I need a
Dave,
Dave,
wherever you are. With your friggin' Jimmy.
Dave is, I bet he's thrown his laptop out the window by now. I bet it's in pieces on the street.
Oh my God. His cats are hiding under the bed. The wife's not speaking to him. It's not a good scene, I'm sure.
I'm sorry, Dave. I don't mean to laugh because it
Or
would like I
yeah.
know how it feels. I know how
Have
it
a
feels
pint. Have a pint. You'll feel better.
have a pint. That's what you know what? That's what I hope he's doing right now. I hope he's just said, "Ah, screw it. It's not going to work," and he's out having a pint somewhere.
Bloody hell. Yeah.
We need to work on our fake British accents, don't we?
Yeah. Don't worry. 2 weeks there, I'll get it. I'll get it down pat.
I was just going to say then you can like come back and teach us.
Oh, my daughter can shake her head at me even more.
Speaking of British accents, I know this is way off topic, but when you're at a Lovejoy show and you're singing, do you sing in that fake British accent too?
Well, yeah, you have to sound like Will.
Well, right. Yeah.
How do you not? I don't understand that question
Same.
when people say that. How do you
Same.
not?
Same. And it's so
Even though that's a
fun.
chant, I have that chant now stuck in my head. It's like, in sickness, in health, you're boring yourself.
Just like in Scum, where he's like, incident support vehicle.
Oh, I love that so much.
I love saying that. That's amazing.
Once I
and-
learned what the lyrics were.
Like in Mammalian's sign reflex vitamin, of course,
Yes.
we say vitamin, but vitamin
Mhm.
is way cooler. Now I say vitamin. Get your vitamin D.
I love it too. We could do a whole episode on that.
We should. We should.
Does the audience want that?
Let us know, guys. Do you want a whole episode of us talking about weird American slang versus weird British slang? This is important stuff.
The pronunciation of words.
Riveting, gripping news.
I know I'd have fun doing it.
I would too.
At the end of the day, who are we doing this for?
Well, no.
All right. Now for the biggie, the big.
Oh,
The
geez.
Lovejoy, etc. Drop the freaking Lovejoy movie.
What the heck?
Oh my god, I couldn't wait to watch it. I was at work. I couldn't wait to get home and put it on and like have all focus and attention on it.
I was working and you messaged me and I was like, "Oh my god, I can't watch it, but I'm working, so I can't." And when did you finally get to watch it?
My daughter and I made a nice dinner and I think we ate it and then we watched it. Like we had to have nothing going on. We just sat and no phones, just
Yes.
absorbed, lights out, fully took it in.
Yes. Full attention. That's what Pebble and I did too. Like, you got to focus. And then after you watch it once, it's like, I want to watch that again because all the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you miss things. You still
do.
miss things.
You do. And it's just so endearing and entertaining and funny that it's like, I want to see that again.
And the amount of work that went into the editing of it, all the little doodads that fly around on the screen and the music choices, the music selection was amazing. And how they chose all those little clips because it was so many clips and pieces and the amount of time it must have taken to put that together.
Yeah, I wonder who put that together. Obviously, Elodie does a absolutely fantastic job at filming everything, and I know she's great at editing too. I don't know if she put that together or not, but whoever did, kudos. So great.
I have to agree. And I love that opening song. It like pulls you right in.
Yeah.
As soon as I hear it, I get excited. Like,
it's like Pavlov's dog.
Yes. Oh, it's so good. It's genius. The team that put that together and that there's a part 2. It's like, when have we ever had an hour of Lovejoy content just friggin' show up on our doorstep like that? Like, there's nothing else that's an hour. Nothing.
No, it was like Christmas. I mean, forget Christmas. This is better than Christmas.
Yeah, we need to really like spread the word on this more because I feel like there's still a lot of people that don't even know about it.
Yes. So listeners, tell your friends. Like I said earlier, even if they're not into Lovejoy and they just like funny, cool, entertaining stuff, have them watch this. I know
you
they're going to like
through
it.
a million TikToks and reels every day of like silly, funny things. Like this is an hour of that. Like you don't even have to scroll. You just have to watch.
Yeah. Speaking of silly and funny things, what were some of your favorite moments from this?
Let's see. Anything with the animals, for sure.
Yeah.
Although I'm glad Will finally got some pig love with Muggins. Oh, that's what's been stuck in my head all week. Me and Muggins. I was like, is that from something or did he just make that up? Because that line has been in my head all week. I'll walk around the house, walk around the kitchen, just me and Muggins. You
In
gotta
your
watch
family,
this, guys.
does your family like appreciate that?
I think they're just used to my outbursts. I make songs about the dog and the cats and the frog, and now me and Muggins. It's just part of the whole. It's just me. It just fits me.
It's so real though. Okay, I have to ask you this. Do you constantly have like a piece of a song in your head? Like I'll be standing at the fridge and I'll have a song in my head and I'll be like jamming to this song that nobody can hear, but they're like, "What's wrong with you? Like why is your head bobbing up and down?" I'm like, well, it's a song in my head. Do you do that?
Yes. And then
I
I
knew
got
it.
accused of humming. I get accused, well, I play the music all day at my desk, and this one guy is always like, Leslie's jamming. She's bopping to Lovejoy, or he calls him Fish Joy. I'm like, it's not
What?
Fish Joy. It's
What?
Lovejoy. He gets them mixed up with the band Fish, so he says Fish Joy. I'm like, please.
Shut up. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm totally serious.
What a moment.
But yeah, I always have a song, or definitely pieces of songs, or me and Muggins. Like it could be like the tiniest little shortest melody, and it could just spin around and around and around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like still smell her perfume. Like I might just say that. Oh yeah, or sing the instruments like that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Sure. But yeah, oh my gosh, the pigs. I love the pigs. And
yeah,
Mark,
let's get back to the movie.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. We're talking about something here. Dave, you're gonna have your editing cut out for you.
Really. Real. My favorite was when he okay, I'm gonna say this is my favorite and then I'll come with another one. But when he runs over, he goes fast forward this bit, and he runs over to the yellow and black stripy thing on the pole and said, "This guy, when you see this guy, you know you're in Japan. They're everywhere. I don't know what he is, but they're everywhere." When I play GeoGuessr, that's how I know I'm in Japan. I love that bit. And it's educational. Now I know. I can play GeoGuessr and rock it
The
out.
more you know. It is.
That'll be stuck in my head.
I love that part too. It's really cute. It's really cute. And I love how they speed him up and then he does like that little kick, like a little leprechaun.
Yes, the little heel click thing.
Yeah. Adorable.
The deer were amazing. They were like dogs. They wanted to take them home.
Yeah, the Pepsi deer. Max. I've named him Max, the Pepsi deer.
Oh, and then you hear Elodie. Mr. Whiskers.
Yes. Yeah, and then
if you haven't seen this, I keep thinking people haven't seen this. Just think we're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
They probably think we're nuts, but you guys, you've got to watch it. Do we put links in show notes? Is that a thing? Do we do that, or do we have a link on our website?
We do have a link on the blog on our website, on the front page of the website.
Yep. Okay, so go there. I don't even know what is it? LVGY.
LVJ.
I can't spell. Oh my god. Go to lvjynation.com and the link is in the blog, you said, Lesley?
Sure is. You can also just go to Lovejoy's official YouTube channel, and they have a sub channel? What is that called? Lovejoy, etc., LVJY, etc., where they're planning to post vlogs and more things like this. There's also the behind the scenes of All Good on I'm Sober music video there, if you haven't seen that.
That's a fun one too.
Mm-hmm.
You got to check that out. Oh my gosh. And the part where Ash is throwing darts at Mark's hand, like, are those guys okay? Are they all right? Because
that had me worried. That had me scared. Those are precious, those hands.
Mark kind of needs his hands.
Oh, and then he crowd surfs. Oh my goodness.
I love that.
Poor Will is probably like having tea in a hotel room somewhere, like protecting his voice. And they're up to these crazy antics.
It's so funny. And that's so, Mark just always feels so golden retriever coded to me. And that's just another example. Like, look at him. He doesn't care. He's having a great time. He's smiling and
Yeah.
having a blast. And then, oh gosh, Joe. Joe's follow me. Follow
Yeah.
me.
And
Follow
then
me.
poor Joe trying forever and spending lots of money trying to get a friggin' nugget keychain. And then what does Will do? Will goes off on his own and gets what, like half a dozen at least.
Yeah, because what did he say? He's like the claw. Did they call him claw machines? I don't know. Anyway, he said he's the claw machine expert, right?
Mm-hmm. He even got a little Minecraft Steve, I think.
I love how he walks up to everybody, hold out your hand, and then he just plops it in there, and nobody seems to understand like how to hold out their hands.
Elodie was very theatrical with her.
Yes, yes.
She reminded me of like the witch in Snow White with the apple. Hand out.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, he was so proud of himself. He had to show off he was like a a
Oh.
cat bringing you their mouse. Like he says the fans are. Didn't he say that one time?
Yes, he did. And oh my gosh, what song was it? I remember they had written something on Instagram. Was it when they released Normal People things? And I knew instantly it was him that wrote it because it was something like, we are excited to bring you this song the same way a cat is excited when they have procured a mouse to bring to their owner. I'm like, yeah, that's Will. That's Will.
Yep.
But oh yeah, we're proud of you too, Will. Good job with the nuggets.
Yeah, you done good, son. Although you weren't so good with the arts and crafts, but you know your strengths.
The arts and crafts, his quote about that, when he's like, I'm just not very good at arts and crafts. When I'm doing it, it makes me miserable. Then when I'm done, I don't want it.
I don't want to keep it. And then Joe did a nice job. I thought his looked like real salmon. Who knew?
Yeah,
Who knew he had such skills?
Joe's got some hidden talents. He's so freaking funny too.
Limp Bizkit? I would never pegged him a Limp Bizkit guy.
No, I wouldn't have either. That's great. That's great. It was like Joe, the whole movie. Follow
We
me.
love Joe.
Follow
Yeah.
me. Follow me. You better quit talking that bleep or we'll be leaving with a fat lip. Follow me.
Yeah,
Follow
Ange.
me. Follow me. It's so funny. It's so
Oh,
funny.
and then Will had like a super, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like philosophical?
Yeah.
Like deep thoughts with Wilbur Soot or Will Gold moment there. There was an amazing quote. I think you had jotted it down, perhaps.
Yeah, I have the quote. I learned that the only thing that is truly real is the thing you are doing as you do it. And I thought that was really cool too.
Or as you're doing it.
Yeah. I learned that the only thing that is truly real is the thing you are doing as you do it.
Okay. I love that. I don't know. It sounds like a real quote, but you know what I mean.
I wondered if that was like all him or if that was a quote that he's heard somewhere. I mean, he's very well spoken, obviously.
Insightful.
Yeah, so I mean, it probably was something that it probably is his. But I thought that was really cool, and he had some other kind of introspective moments in there too, didn't he? I remember at least one, I think, where he was talking about going out and doing things by
Oh,
himself.
right. Doing things on his own.
Yeah.
Or talking about how he felt like the places they had gone on tour, he felt like he never actually had seen them or visited them because they were in and out so fast. And he said it's like a really unsettling feeling, something like that he hadn't actually been to the places they traveled to because they didn't really get a chance to explore them. So I'm glad he took the time to go off and explore on his own while they were in Japan, that they, built in that time for that.
Me too. And I hope he gets a chance to do the same thing when they're in the Czech Republic and whoever.
And in the land of cheese.
Else. In the land of cheese. Will, I got all kinds of stuff for you to do here in the land of cheese. You want to come see stuff? I got stuff.
You can get a tour guide, your own personal tour guide.
Yes, and I know a couple girls that would love to take Ash, to the Harley Davidson Museum. So, guys, we got something for all of you. We got lots of beer. Joe, all right, I'm sorry, total tangent. I'm done. Sorry.
No, I think that's great. I mean, you have to put the invite out there. The squeaky wheel
The
gets the
squeaky wheel.
grease.
Yeah, that's right.
Dave, that's for you.
R.I.P. Dave.
So, oh geez. So I think we said all that needed to be said because we really want people to watch the movie, share it, comment, lots of love. Oh, that's what also I wanted to
Absolutely.
say. I know, just jumping back really fast. It's been so wonderful to see the outpouring of love in the comments for Wilbur's cover, this movie. Oh, it just makes my heart warm, doesn't it? It's just like,
Yes. It's really great to see, and I'm glad that people are showing them support because I mean, who doesn't want to have nice comments like that, especially when you're, putting something out there. I mean, every time you put out a piece of music or, you know, anything, a movie, whatever, like you're putting a piece of it's a piece of yourself. And to
it's
have
so
people
true.
say nice things about it, it's got to feel really good.
Rewarding. Absolutely. It's just,
Yeah.
and they're from all over the world, and just all their different viewpoints, the things that touch them or things that mean something to them. Like, it's just, I really take the time to look through those comments and try to, heart them, thumbs up them, whatever you do on all the various
Yes.
platforms. But it's got to mean so much, and the people that work behind the scenes so hard to support them and produce these things with them. So keep
It
that up for
it
sure.
yeah, that's a great easy way to show the love. Absolutely.
Until we can scream in their faces and throw bracelets at them. No, just kidding. Don't throw bracelets at them.
Gently set them on the stage. That's what we can do with the
Share them
bracelets.
amongst yourselves. I'm sure they don't
Yes.
have any more room for bracelets on their arm. But
No. No.
I know I don't.
Oh, it's just like, did you ever see that Jake? Sorry, I'm digressing again. Did you ever
No,
see
no.
that Jay Crywink post? It was right after the Across the Pond tour where Jay was with them, and it's a post of him, and all you can see is his arms. He's propped up like this. He's like smoking a cigarette. He's like, yeah, just having a thought, thinking about life or something. And his arms are full, wrist to elbow, with bracelets.
Oh,
He's
more
like,
than me?
yes, yes, even more than you, and you have a
Oh.
lot, and those are awesome. But yeah, bracelets. I like that idea. Trade amongst yourselves. I would
Trade
love
amongst
some more
yourselves.
bracelets. I always seem to break mine. So
Oh,
please,
yeah, give them to us instead. Just kidding.
we'll take your bracelets.
Throw some heart hands up instead. How about that? Heart
Yeah.
hands up in the air. Peace signs.
Yeah.
That's what my logo's missing, a peace sign hand. Darn it.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Too late. Too late now.
Mm.
Can't keep changing it. All right. Dave, you have your work cut out for you with the editing this episode.
Sorry,
Thank you.
Dave.
Thank you.
Sorry, not sorry. Maybe
I think we
sorry.
have spent enough time yammering on. We want you to go listen to some tunes, share, like, comment, subscribe to the official Lovejoy email list. A little birdie named Ash told Dave that make sure you're signed up for the emails. Hey, we're not going to argue with them. So go to lvjyonline.com and make sure you're signed up. I think I've signed up with like 5 different email accounts. Don't want to miss a thing.
You don't want to risk going, something not getting through or going in your spam filter. So good idea.
Next episode, we plan on answering your questions, but we'll need your questions in order to do so. So if you go to our website, there's a form there to fill out to send questions either individually to any of us or to the group. There's no limit. Send your questions away. We are looking forward to answering them. We would also welcome voice memo messages. Voice messages can be sent to us through the website lvjynation.com. If you go to the bottom right corner, you'll see a little microphone icon. Click that and that'll get you to it. because then we can play your voice messages, your questions, your comments here on the show. We're not going to take any more time today with that. Make sure we're covering all our bases for this episode and the next. Again, leave us reviews, comments. We love to get your feedback. We welcome your advice, your suggestions as well. We know you'll be nice to us.
Absolutely. Don't forget to subscribe if you're listening to us on your platform of choice. It's free. All you got to do is hit that follow button. We would really appreciate it. And I am certain that we will have Dave back next time. He's okay, just having some technical difficulties. So hopefully he'll be back.
Yes, we got some time to get that act together.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for listening, and until next time, this has been the Lovejoy Nation podcast. Oh, and before we go, the results of the Foxholes versus Wasted Summer listener poll. Well, with an overwhelming response of 65% of the vote, Wasted Summer was chosen by our listeners as their favorite. Makes me very curious to see if those figures change when the studio versions are released, or if they are released, since there are no definites in Lovejoy, as we've learned. But there you have it, 65% of the vote for Wasted Summer, 35% for Foxholes by our listeners. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Take care.
guys.
Bye-bye.